I'm Jennifer Lewis Hall.
And I'm Kyrie Stewart. A summertime tradition turns deadly.
One person was killed and 7 others hurt yesterday when a ride at the Ohio State Fair malfunctioned. 3 of the injured are in critical condition. John Lawrence has the story.
Hours after the 2017 Ohio State Fair started, it suffered the worst disaster in its history.
It's kind of hard to imagine that you have family that goes to a state fair and those calls come that there was a terrible accident, a terrible tragedy, and somebody you love was involved.
A ride at the fair called the Fireball malfunctioned, and an entire row of seats snapped off while it was in motion.
I heard a girl scream help, and I look over and I seen something fly out. And then I seen it slap to the ground.
The whole cart broke off for about 4 of a minute.
1 man was killed, 7 others were injured. 3 of those who survived are in critical condition.
They're all in an intensive care unit, being closely monitored and receiving active interventions with physicians at the bedside.
Ohio Governor John Kasich ordered all the rides to be shut down as additional safety inspections will be performed on them. No word yet on what caused the malfunction.
We will get to the bottom of this. We will investigate it. There will be complete transparency.
Inspectors say the Fireball was checked earlier in the day and there were no red flags.
My grandchildren ride this equipment, so our guys do not rush through this stuff. We look at it, we take care of it, and we pretend it's our own.
The 12-day fair will be open for its scheduled run. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
President Trump says he will ban transgender people from serving in any capacity in the U.S. Armed Forces. That includes the current estimated 4,000 transgender service members and reservists. CNN's Barbara Starr has more.
President Trump making military policy via Twitter, suddenly announcing the United States government will not accept or allow transgender individuals to serve in any capacity in the U.S. military, sparking instant criticism from Democrats and Republicans.
I believe that is an awful decision. I served on active duty in the military, and I can tell you, we don't care about gender orientation or identity or who you love.
Senator John McCain, chairman of the Senate Armed Services Committee, also saying there is no reason to force service members who are able to fight, train, and deploy to leave the military regardless of their gender identity. But some lawmakers agree with the decision, citing Trump's reasoning that the military cannot be burdened with the tremendous medical costs and disruption that transgender in the military would entail.
We need to spend every defense dollar where we need to, and this has been a real concern.
A 2016 RAND study concluded gender transition healthcare coverage for transgender military members would increase the Defense Department's healthcare costs by as much as $8.4 million, a tiny fraction of the Pentagon's overall $49.3 billion healthcare expenditures.
This isn't just about healthcare. This, according to Donald Trump's tweets, is about not allowing transgender people to serve at all.
That same RAND study put the number of transgender service members at between 13 and 6,600. 2 unanswered questions. Under President Trump's ban, will those already serving be forced out? And what about Defense Secretary James Mattis, who just last month ordered a 6-month delay so DOD could study the issue further? The Pentagon will not say if Mattis agreed with the sudden Trump announcement.
The decision is based on a military decision. It's not meant to be anything more than that.
Well, the debate over health care will be front and center again today in Washington, a day after the Senate rejected a proposal from GOP lawmakers to repeal major parts of the Affordable Care Act without providing a replacement. The vote 45 for and 55 against, with 7 Republicans opposing the measure. Now Republican leaders are setting their sights on passing a pared-down so-called skinny repeal measure. If passed, it would thrust the issue into negotiations with the House of Representatives and be a major reduction in the scope of the bill Republicans first envisioned. Well, if you're flying this summer, the TSA has announced that items larger than a cell phone will have to be put in a separate bin during screening at U.S. airports. The new procedures affect items like iPads, Kindles, and laptops. Now, the measures already active at 10 airports are being expanded to all U.S. airports during the weeks and months ahead. The change affects passengers going through standard lanes, but does not apply to those using TSA pre-check lanes.
Police have arrested a man for allegedly attacking a SEPTA transit officer. The attack happened on Monday night at the Angora station in Southwest Philadelphia. As seen last night on Action News at 10 here on PHL17, Sergeant Limperone's body camera captured the incident. Police say you can see 39-year-old Sorrel Groves running up to her and pushing her down. Groves was charged yesterday with aggravated assault and other offenses. Sergeant Perone has been released from the hospital and is now recovering from her injuries. 29-year-old Travis Suda is behind bars for allegedly selling drugs to a patient at a Montgomery County hospital. That patient, 30-year-old Sierra Hadrick, later overdosed and died. As seen last night on Action News at 10 here on PHL17, surveillance video captured him arriving at Einstein Medical Center on 5 occasions. Prosecutors say he sold Hadrick heroin, pills, and the extremely deadly drug fentanyl.
40 to 50 times more deadly than the deadly drug heroin. And by delivering this poison, Travis Suda killed Sierra.
Authorities said the two arranged their drug sales through text messages.
Well, high bacteria levels have closed a number of beaches at the Jersey Shore. You can see some of the closed beaches on this website. Officials are blaming the problem on recent heavy rains and beaches that have poor runoff systems. For the entire list, go to njbeaches.org. The closures include beaches in Atlantic City, Ventnor, and Summers Point. So will it be a good day to head to the beach?
I don't know. Let's get a check on the forecast with Jason Lee. How's it looking out there, Jason?
Hey, Kyrie. Hey, Jen. Well, if you're going to head down the shore, go early. There is a chance of showers later on this afternoon. We're forecasting partly sunny skies and upper 70s down along the Jersey Shore. As for the city, 84 degrees. Some storm possibilities this afternoon. Similar in the Poconos. Chance of storms later on, and we'll top out at 80 up there. As you walk out the front door this morning, it's cool. It's comfortable. We've got temps mainly in the 60s. Right now, it's 67 degrees in Philadelphia, and it is mainly dry across the region. This is the Doppler radar scanning the entire region, and we're not seeing anything in terms of precipitation. We'll bring in PHL Futurecast, and we see that we've got chances for rain as we get into the day today. A lot of cloud cover this morning. We could see some showers later on this afternoon. Heavier shower possibilities as we get into the day tomorrow. From a big band of showers that'll move on through mid to late afternoon tomorrow, and that could include some strong thunderstorms, so just be prepared for that. Day planner for the day shows mostly cloudy skies. We've got 70 by 8 o'clock, upper 70s by lunchtime, 82 at 4 o'clock, and again the potential for some scattered storms. Our high today will be 84 degrees. We'll start off with some clouds, and we could see some storm possibilities, especially as we get into this afternoon. Let's check the roads. Jenna Meisner has a look at traffic on the go. Good morning, Jenna.
Jason, today our construction crews are right on time. I mean, it hit 5 o'clock, and this construction on the Schuylkill eastbound between Gulf Mills and Belmont Ave has cleared those cones that were blocking the left lane, as you can see on our camera here of the Schuylkill Expressway at Matson Ford Road. They are no longer in the way of that left lane, and traffic is moving heading into the city. Our drive time there is still in the teens, so no problem on the Schuylkill Expressway. Some problems outside of the city, though. First, a crash in Abington Township on Garfield Ave at Jenkintown Road, and from Abington heading to Upper Gwinnett, a crash there on Valley Forge Road at Allentown Road. Neither of these incidents have any reports of lane restrictions or injuries, though, so just minor morning accidents. You should be able to get around them if you are traveling in that area. Some construction incidents to tell you about. This one on 295 southbound in New Jersey between Route 168, which of course is the Black Horse Pike, and Route 42. The left lane there is blocked. That will stick around until 6 a.m. So if you are heading along the Black Horse Pike, make sure you are aware of that, Jen and Kyrie.
All right, thanks, Jenna. Well, still ahead, an amazing invention.
Well, it's being called a robot worm. They can do all kinds of things, maybe even help in rescue missions.
Plus, a 350-pound pig attacks a little girl, and the family dog comes to the rescue. And we'll have this.
He's got his decorations. He's dressed to the nines. He's got a fresh grooming service today.
A Marine veteran fights back tears at the emotional ceremony honoring the dog he did a tour of duty with. That story and more coming up.
PHL17 Morning News is brought to you by Hyundai. Visit buyhyundai.com.
All right, grab the tissues. This next story really touches the heart.
Well, hundreds of people honor and say their final goodbyes to a Marine bomb-sniffing dog with cancer. Rebecca Russell has this honorable and touching story.
The LST 393 Museum in Muskegon, a fitting site to say goodbye to a hero. Sina, a 10-year-old black lab, did 3 tours in Afghanistan, one of them with Marine Corps veteran Jeff DeYoung.
I don't want to turn it into a fanfare, but he deserves his own parade.
It was July 16th that Corporal DeYoung found out Sina had bone cancer and had little time left. But before saying goodbye, these two heroes wanted a few last adventures together. At the top of the list, a ride in an open-top Jeep, which came to fruition on Wednesday.
People showed up and Jeep communities showed up, and we have about 4 Jeep communities coming from around the state. We're expecting 150 Jeeps here total.
Before the ride, hundreds of people showed up to pay their final respects to a war hero.
Overwhelming. Now, of course, veterans always know you have to be early everywhere, but at the same time, the amount of veterans and the amount of family that have showed up, it's remarkable, to say the least.
In custom dress blues, Sina getting many kisses and hugs, ear scratches, and thank yous.
Every Marine has to go out in a set of dress blues. I mean, that's just the way we are. So he's got his ribbons, he's got his decorations, he's dressed to the nines, he's got a fresh groom of service today, and we're ready to make peace with what we have to do.
Then hundreds of people climbing into their Jeeps.
Hey, old timer.
For a final ride with Sina.
You about ready for this? It's going to be tough, because the whole time I'm going to realize that all good things are coming to an end, and some of the best parts of my life are soon to be ending.
After the last moments with Corporal DeYoung, the K-9 hero and his best friend took their final walk as fellow service members and public safety officials gave one final salute.
Take it a day at a time. It's the only thing we can do.
Really
That's so touching. Rest in peace. We'll be right back.
PHL17 Morning News is brought to you by Hyundai. Visit buyhyundai.com.
A 3-year-old Alabama girl is recovering this morning after being attacked by a neighbor's pet pig. Bella White was playing outside with her brothers when their neighbor's 350-pound pig came into their yard. Her mom said that she came out and saw the pig biting her daughter.
The pig had her arm in his mouth and was on top of her. She was on the ground. The dog was biting him.
Well, Amber, Bella's brothers, and the family dog all jumped in the action to get the pig off of Bella. The girl received 3 layers of stitches on the front of her arm and an additional patch on the back side. Meanwhile, the pig was seized by animal control and ordered to be euthanized. The pig's owner could face charges.
Apple is planning to come out with a hearing implant that will allow users to take calls and stream music wirelessly. The tech company and hearing assistance company Cochlear announced the Cochlear Nucleus 7 yesterday. It's Cochlear's first ever iPhone-compatible implant processor. Cochlear implants are for people with severe hearing loss, and they're used when hearing aids are not sufficient. The implants have both external and surgically inserted internal components. It's expected to launch in the U.S. in September.
Well, Chipotle might have a way to win back customers. Queso. The company plans to introduce Queso, the popular melted cheese dip, at 350 of its restaurants starting in August. If successful, Chipotle may take Queso national. Now, this comes as a Virginia location was temporarily shut down earlier this month after a norovirus outbreak. Back in 2015, hundreds of customers were sickened that year by a series of E. coli and norovirus outbreaks that struck Chipotle sales nationwide. Well, Coke Zero is getting a makeover, including a new name and a new recipe. Coca-Cola Zero Sugar goes on sale nationwide next month. The idea is the same. The target customer may be the same as well, but the package and recipe are different. That's according to Coke. The tweaked version of the soft drink tastes better than Coke Zero, but is still sugar and calorie-free. Another change is the design, more closely resembling Coca-Cola Classic. Got to try that one.
Yeah, got to. All right, well, engineers at Stanford are working on a project that is potentially revolutionary. This robot could change the way emergency personnel execute search and rescue missions.
Well, it could even have an impact on medical procedures. Jeremy Roth has that and more in today's Take a Look at This.
Mechanical engineers at Stanford are developing a robotic worm that can grow like a vine. The cylindrical robot can grow 25,000 times in size using a process called eversion. Air or liquid pressure is pumped into the soft, flexible chamber, forcing it inside out and extending its size. It can squeeze through small holes, grow around corners, even lift heavy objects. One prototype even featured a built-in camera at the tip to help guide the robot. Researchers say the device could be ideal for use in search and rescue missions. A full circle rainbow was spotted somewhere over St. Petersburg, Russia. It was captured high above the city from the cabin of a large construction crane. Rainbows come in all shapes and sizes: large, small, infamous double rainbows, and even whale-flavored ones.
He made a rainbow.
But a full circle rainbow captured up close and personal, that is a rare sight indeed. Okay, I found my new dream job. This zookeeper in China dresses up in a panda costume to teach cuddly cubs how to live in the wild. Human interaction can hinder a panda's chance of survival once it's released, so the suit can also protect the cubs from stress as they feel like they're with their mother. For take a look at this, I'm Jeremy Ruff.
Those pandas are so cute.
All I had to do was dress up in a suit. I didn't know that when I was raising the kids. That's a great idea. But they are really, really precious.
They are.
Jay, those rainbows were amazing.
Unbelievable. And actually, that panda story reminds me. You know what I used to make my omelets?
Oh, boy, here he goes. Okay, go.
A panda.
Weather.
67 degrees and cloudy skies as you make your breakfast this morning. Kind of cool and comfortable as you walk out the front door. Here's what we can expect for the day today. Mostly cloudy skies. We do have a chance of showers later on. We'll be in the mid-80s for our high, so warmer than yesterday, but still not where we should be. Normal highs are in the upper 80s, so still a little bit cooler compared to where we should be for this time of year. Satellite radar shows all that cloud cover that we're talking about, and we've put PHL Futurecast into motion. They're the clouds, and we see just these little bands of precipitation kind of moving through late this afternoon, so we could see a passing shower. Now tonight we should stay dry. Chance of rain tonight though, but a better chance of rain tomorrow. Some heavier rain too from this band that moves on through. We could see some storms late in the day tomorrow. Here's the day planner for the day. Mostly cloudy skies early on, 68 by 7 o'clock, mid-70s by 11. Storm possibilities 82 at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Our high today will be 84 degrees, clouds and maybe some storms later on. For tonight we're posting just a chance of showers down to 72 for the overnight low. And then for tomorrow we see scattered storms and 82 for our high. 7-day on 17 takes us into the weekend, and we see sunshine for Sunday. That's gorgeous, and we look good as we get into next week as well. Let's check the roads. Jenna Meisner and traffic on the go. How's it look, Jenna?
Good morning, Jason. Well, we are moving on our majors. No problems to tell you about there. And if you don't believe me, take a look at our camera here, the Vine Expressway at 24th Street. Here we are on our westbound side as folks approach the Schuylkill. No delays as they get off onto the Schuylkill. Typically, we'll see those start to stack up in the next half hour or so. But for right now, we can enjoy speeds in the teens, or excuse me, our drive times in the teens, our speeds way up in the 50s. Other than that, we are looking at some construction, but first let's get into those drive times. 95 southbound, Woodhaven to the Vine, the Schuylkill westbound and eastbound, they are all moving at about 14 minutes. And the Blue Route northbound, 17 minutes there. So as I said, we're not dealing with any problems on our majors at this time. Here's the construction I was talking about on the PA Turnpike, the eastbound side between Willow Grove and Neshaminy Falls. 2 right lanes there are blocked, and also in the area, the eastbound exit ramp at the Ben Salem interchange. Crews are there working as well. But if we take a look at our speed sensor here, we can see it's not causing any problems. We are still full speed ahead, moving at 70 miles per hour on the PA Turnpike. Also looking at some construction on the 295 southbound between Route 168 and Route 42. The left lane there is blocked. That's a check of your traffic on the go.
Checking sports, the Phillies offense exploded against Houston last night. Cameron Rupp got the scoring started with this 2-run home run in the 4th inning. He would hit another 2-run homer in the 6th. The Phils crushed the Astros 9-0. And the Phillies have traded all-star reliever Pat Neshek to the Colorado Rockies. In return, the Phils get 3 minor league prospects.
This marks the second time Neshek...
To soccer now, and the Union hosting the Columbus Crew in the 66th minute. CJ Sapong heads off the ball, off the post, and gets his own rebound for the goal. The Union win 3-0, ending their 2-game losing streak. And a big win for U.S. soccer. The men's national team now have the Gold Cup champion thanks to a late game goal from Jordan Morris. The U.S. beat Jamaica 2-1. We'll be right back.
Doing Some Good is brought to you by the Rothenberg Law Firm, InjuryLawyer.com.
if you're looking for an excuse to eat ice cream today, then look no further. Today is Miracle Treat Day at Dairy Queen. $1 or more from every Blizzard treat sold at participating locations will be donated to the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. By purchasing a Blizzard, you can help provide care to children in need. Children's Miracle Network Hospitals posted on Facebook to purchase a Miracle Balloon and join the team for a sweet treat today. And for more information on this and other events, head to PHL17.com/doing-some-good. So,
I'm
looks
there.
good.
That'll be a top priority on the to-do list. Ice cream. And a
Love
good
ice
day
cream.
for it, right? But just not so hot, Jay.
You know, any day is a good day for ice cream, right? That's one of my weaknesses. Good ice cream. Hey, it's cool and comfortable as we walk out the front door. We've got temps mainly in the 60s, 65 in Center City. The official number at the airport right now is 67 degrees. We are dry, but that could change as we get into the day today. Here's Futurecast. We've got a lot of cloud cover overhead, so it's a mostly cloudy morning ahead of a mostly cloudy day. Maybe a couple breaks of sunshine here and there, but as we get into the day, we see these little bands of precipitation moving on through, so we can't rule out a passing shower as we get into the afternoon. Things should be mainly dry tonight. Then as we get into Friday, we've got the potential for some stronger showers and even some thunderstorms to pass on by from this area of precipitation that'll move on through in the mid to late afternoon hours. So take along the umbrella as you head to work tomorrow. And you may need it off and on today as well. 84 is our high. Morning clouds, afternoon storms. We'll see some clouds tonight, posting a chance of showers. Small chance, down to 72 for the overnight low. And we'll hit 82 tomorrow and scattered storms off and on in our picture. Let's check the roads. Jenna Meisner's back with traffic on the go. Hey, Jenna.
Hey, Jason. Well, we are still moving nicely on our majors. If you take a look at our wide map here, we are seeing a lot of green, but heading outside of the city, there is an incident I want to tell you about in Abington. A crash there on Garfield Ave at Jenkintown Road. We're not hearing any word of lane restrictions or injuries in this area, so you will still be able to get by if you're traveling on Garfield Ave. And that crash in the area in Upper Gwinnett Township that I told you about a few minutes ago, that has since cleared, so we are good to go in that area. We're still watching some construction scenes that are lingering this morning on 295 southbound between Route 48 and Route 49 in Delaware. There's a lane shift there in place as crews work on that roadway. Earlier this morning, I told you about a lane shift on the northbound side of 295 in Delaware, but that has since cleared. So right now, we're only dealing with our southbound side. Jen and Kyrie.
Thank you very much, Jenna. Stay with us. We've got a lot more still ahead in our next half hour.
And just a reminder, if you're looking for news tonight, check out Action News at 10 here on PHL 17. It's the most watched 10 o'clock newscast in Philadelphia. We'll be right back.